everyone. My name is Jason. I am currently based in Dubai. I lead some of the developer programs here at Celo. I'm thrilled to share the stage today with Jarell and the founder of Gitcoin, Kevin. Building on the excitement that we relayed earlier today of taking crypto mobile, I'm going to throw some light on some of the initiatives that we've been working on recently. The Make It Mobile Hackathon was the first large-scale hackathon that we launched this year alongside our partnership with Gitcoin. And our collective purpose was to nurture these innovative ideas and to provide the builders with a launchpad. Our mission here at Celo is to create an open financial system that creates the conditions of prosperity for all. In the photograph in the back, you can see some of my teammates at Celo at one of our pilots. Yeah, just a second, sorry. Our deck is coming live. Awesome. Thanks, Jarell, for presenting that. In the photograph in the back, you can see some of my teammates here at Celo at one of our pilots in Kenya in 2019 that shaped our vision for a world with mobile-first crypto. With the growing number of smartphone users and over 1.7 billion unbanked people and crypto entering the mainstream, it presents us with a unique opportunity for Celo. With features such as ultra-low block times, lightweight identity, Celo stands to be the ideal choice of chains for mobile-first financial applications. In order to foster this narrative, the theme and purpose of the hackathon was to focus Celo's positioning on being a mobile-first blockchain. We set out with the goal of nurturing a connected developer community that's innovating on Celo and shipping some of the most interesting native mobile dApps. Throughout the 6 weeks of hacking, we saw participation from over 600 participants from upwards of 75 countries, and with over 60 that successfully kickstarted development on Celo. We saw participation from experienced developers as well as students hacking on crypto for the first time take part. As exciting as that was, in seeing teams collaborating across continents to ship their projects, we got a glimpse of how Celo connects people across the globe. You can view the showcase for the projects down at the Celo Gitcoin page. The response we received from participants based on the workshops and events over the 6 weeks has been absolutely overwhelming. Alex here, for example, says he would like to continue developing his dApp on Celo regardless of the results of the hackathon. It's been absolutely humbling to see participants like Alex here inspired by the potential of the Celo ecosystem and its ever-expanding opportunity, reach out afterward to seek continual support as they continue to take their product to market well beyond the hackathon. Now, in order to foster participation across continents, we have a breadth of community awards, including awards for students and women-led teams. With an engaging program and global activation of our Celo community, coupled with an award pool of over $60,000, we saw traction and submission rates higher than most DeFi hackathons out there. And that was really, really exciting. So if you take a look at this slide, the majority of the projects we saw around this time were in the DeFi space, closely followed by NFTs. While all the submissions may not win a prize, we wanted to give all of you a shout out for some of the awesome submissions we received throughout the 6 weeks of the hackathon. In order to do this, we've put together a highlight reel of the demo videos to give you a glimpse of all the work that went into shipping these videos and these awesome projects on Celo.
Hello world, Leon here, and this is Celo Mail.
Hello everyone,
This is Alex, and I'm glad to present to you the books.
Hi everyone, my name is Eric. I'm a student at Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo.
Hi, I'm Asmoria, and this video is about Smart Loan.
Show the first COVID-friendly ATM.
We present to you Loaner, an uncollateralized lending platform that's integrated with Celo, built with Solidity, TypeScript, Expo, and React Native.
We built Cooperacha for easy, borderless, and fee-free fundraising for you and your community.
Our solution is an easy-to-use DeFi center for Celo called Central.
English, I said cooperacha means to raise money for a shared goal. And just like that, we've created a fundraiser, we've donated to fundraisers, and we've actually paid out for fundraisers.
My team and I believe that an accessible, uncollateralized lending service can have the ability to help millions of people around the world. And that's why we created Loaner, a cross-platform mobile application that leverages Celo to empower vulnerable individuals around the world through decentralized finance and smart contracts.
We hope to make Central easy for people around the world to participate in Celo's groundbreaking new financial products, all while reducing their carbon footprint.
We can go to the next slide. Awesome. So without further ado, the moment that you've all been waiting for. Let's have a drum roll as I call upon Jarrell and Kevin, the founder of Gitcoin, to present the winners that have hacked on Celo for the last 6 weeks up on stage.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hey, Kevin, how's it going?
Hey, Gerald, I'm great. Thanks so much for the intro, Jason. So glad to be here and so glad to see all of the great projects that were built in the most recent hackathon.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I know it's early for you over there in the mountains, and I appreciate you being an early riser and coming and hanging out. We just honestly feel really honored by your presence because your platform is super cool, and it brought to fruition like so many awesome ideas that we hadn't even thought of, or just stuff that we've had floating around wishing would get built in the Celo ecosystem, and it really gave people a chance to show what they have, you know. So let's get this going. Let's do a little bit of a drum roll. I had a cool little thing queued up, but you know, it echoed and it was causing some issues. So I'm going to do this manually. And we're looking at first place is Loaner. Loaner was incredible. It is just a brilliant team out of Australia, a group of women who said, you know what? What if we took uncollateralized microfinancing and we made it into a mobile app? And they did exactly that. The execution was incredible. The UI, the UX, it was all just so smooth, and it just felt like I felt like I was literally looking at an uncollateralized microfinancing app that had been built like for a year, you know, like they've been putting so much time into it. So Incredible work, loaner team. And just to give an overview, like they're winning 10,000 CUSD for the first place. And I wanted to give them a chance to have their demo shown real quick in the presentation. So if we could bring the slide back up. 1 second, that's great. And then I'm going to make it so the audio is a little bit better this time for everybody. And here we go.
We present to Loaner, an uncollateralized lending platform that's integrated with Celo, built with Solidity, TypeScript, Expo, and React Native. To help you understand why we decided to build Loaner, meet Jane. Jane was a single mother of 2 from a small village in Malawi who struggled to make ends meet. However, with a small startup loan, she was able to build a profitable timber trading business. And this is just one of 500 million success stories from individuals who have benefited from microfinance. It is estimated that 80% of the world's population has no access to loans, but more than 5 million people would have the capability to participate in income-generating activities with small loans. In addition, the global market for microfinance is growing and is projected to reach $313 billion by 2025. My team and I believe that an accessible, uncollateralized lending service can have the ability to help millions of people around the world. And that's why we created Loaner, a cross-platform mobile application that leverages Celo to empower vulnerable individuals around the world through decentralized finance and smart contracts. With Loaner, people in need who are typically excluded by traditional credit scoring can receive small loans through a trust-based system. So, like Jane, another young woman can achieve their entrepreneurial dreams and reach financial self-sufficiency. Meanwhile, microfinance organizations such as the Grameen Foundation can leverage the app's decentralized and automated nature to reduce their operating costs. In Loaner, liquidity providers can add funds to a community pool, borrowers can request a loan, and stakers can choose to approve or reject.
I can't hear Gerald. I don't know if it's just me. There we go. I thought it was crazy for a sec. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're never crazy. So I just wanted to ask you, Kevin, have you ever really seen anything like that before? I know uncollateralized microfinancing is starting to get some traction with like the VC firms and some investment platforms in general, but I've never really seen a mobile app for microfinancing that's this comprehensive.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Well, I think it's amazing how in a couple of weeks how far this project came in building out this MVP, and I'm really excited about the opportunities for the crypto ecosystem to provide loans that are under collateralized to the people who need it, especially via a mobile app. I think that's super innovative. So I'm really excited that Loaner came out of this hackathon, and I hope to see them go on and launch and affect the lives of hundreds and thousands of Celo users worldwide. It sounds great.
Yeah, I think this is like very symbiotic with a lot of the already existent apps that are out there. And like they were saying, like the already existent pilots that we have, for instance, like Grameen, and the micro work pilots that we have going on in Kenya as well. And so I want to give them another big round of applause and a huge shout out. This is a team coming out of Australia, and it's a women-led team that just knocked it out of the park. So let's just go ahead and bow down. Now moving on to second place, the second biggest prize for a total of $5,000 CUSD. I would like to do another drum roll, but it just seems like we don't got the time. So let's hit it to, oh, there they are, Centro. Let's bring it up. There it is. Centro is now the second place winner with 5,000 CUSD. And Centro was incredible. This was a guy who's been in our community for a while. We know him through various things. His name's Human. And we've always seen like the little projects he's doing. He's always surprising us. And then this one just took it to another level. Him and his teammates from Cal Poly came through as a student team, and they built an incredibly sleek UI and an incredibly robust application. So what we have here is a mobile app that literally incorporates so many different areas of the Celo ecosystem into one beautiful, like sleek mobile experience. So you've got Moolah Market and you've got OobSwap, which if you guys haven't messed around with these two, I really encourage you to. It's an incredible time. And you could even pay from in-app to cover expenses to friends and things like that. All of it and coming through Valora, which they've integrated just so quick. I got a chance to look at the demo video, and I encourage you to go watch it. We'll link it in the chat later because it's really impressive. And then everything that you wanted to do, where you want to like, okay, maybe this transaction's taking a second, you can even go to the Block Explorer inside the mobile app. It was a really comprehensive and well thought out flow, and I just want to give a big shout out and round of applause to Centro. What a show. Yeah, Kevin, I'm sure you've been around the space pretty long time. Well, you and I have messed around with all sorts of just like, AMMs and lending protocols, and it's always web based, and it's always something where I'm like sitting down on my computer and I'm like, hey, can everybody just like not bother me right now? I got to focus on this web screen and figure out what I'm doing with my crypto assets.
Right.
I would love to be able to just like sit on a plane and kind of just like go on my phone and look through things and feel secure in the way that I'm interacting with DeFi. I imagine you have some similar requests for your life.
For sure. Yeah. Well, my dirty secret is that although I'm a crypto founder, I know much more about computer science than I do about finance. But I do play around with some of these things just to try to understand them, and wow, just how far we went from how quickly we went from this being theory to it being in a mobile app on your hands that you could like trade, like you said, trade from 30,000 feet using your phone. I think is super cool. And also I just want to give a shout out to Centro for the cool name. It sounds like Celo, and also the designs. The first MVP I built of Gitcoin in 2017 did not look nearly this good. So whoever's the designer on the Centro team, congrats to you. Kudos to you.
I know, man. They really knocked it out of the park. I saw their logo and I was like, oh, why didn't we think of that one? Like, it's incredible. They're a student-led team coming out of Cal Poly, and they clearly have some great graphic designers over at Cal Poly. So I want to move on to the rest of the winners and the community awards allocations. So we had some awards, as Jason mentioned, for best regional awards, student-led teams, and women-led team awards. So let's get to that in the next slide. Here they are. Here are all of the winners. We have the top two right here, Loner and Centro. And then everyone, if you see your logo or your team name here, just know that you won $3,000. And that goes out to The Box, Mark at Caparacha, which is a great team for fundraising. I really appreciate the focus on accessibility that you made there. Celo NFT Market, Celo Mail, which is a really cool little thing that allows you to email Celo. Celo SMS, another example of an incredible accessibility project, making it so that you could be on feature phones and sending Celo just with a text message. Many of us don't acknowledge how important that is, but there's a good portion of the world that's really looking forward to those kinds of innovations. And then Green Deeds, Celo Discord bot. Oops, let's go back one. Zapote, which was a really cool project. Many of you might have seen their demo on the internet. And it was super interesting. It has allowed them to have an ATM withdrawal just from sending Celo via Valora. And then we have Helpy, Celolado, and NFT Museum. Now, I just want to highlight that the community awards actually going out to these teams will be Loner will be winning a Best Women's Project Community Award, which is a $2,000 bonus, meaning that Loner's taking home 12,000 CUSD this time, which is just good for them. Y'all deserve it. Centro is getting one of the Best Student Projects Awards, which is a $2,000 bonus, which puts them at 7,000 CUSD. And The Box was our People's Choice Award. We did a poll across Twitter, we did a poll across Discord and our various channels. And The Box, honestly, in the last few hours, suddenly spiked ahead, and you guys showed up with your people, and they showed up for you. So congratulations. That's a $2,000 or $1,000 bonus. And then we have another Best Women's Project coming to us from a Korean team, which made a project called Mark At, which is super cool, like NFT-based reservation type system. And then the other best student-led project was Cooperacha, which was that funding I mentioned earlier, which is a $2,000 bonus, sending them home with 5,000 CUSD. There's a couple more awards to be given out, which is Best Latam Project going to Helpy, Best African Project going to Celo Lotto, a team out of Morocco, and then the NFT Museum is the best project coming out of Asia, which is a really cool and almost took the People's Choice Award from the box. People really excited by ideas around NFTs, it turns out. So just a huge shout out to all these teams that won. I know you put in weeks of effort and weeks of work on Gitcoin, and I just really appreciate it. These were some really cool ideas, and many of them have already been added to celohub.org, a website I really encourage all of you to go check out, and it'll show you exactly what's going on in our ecosystem. And now these apps are going on in our ecosystem. So I'm going to go to the next slide. Actually, I want to ask, let's go. I want to ask Kevin a quick question. When you saw that our hackathon had been going on for how many days it had been going on, did you get a chance to check in, or did you have any favorites that you saw in the winners that you had reviewed?
Yeah, so I think that what's really cool about what Celo has been working on is, I just love the mobile theme. As someone who's, I'm fairly lucky with like the technology that I have and in my experience with computers, but mobile devices have just leapfrogged computers in a lot of the world. And one of the things that we really want to do is focus on accessibility. Our mission is to grow and sustain open source software, and it's just and create economic incentives for builders of open source software to be able to pay their rent with cryptocurrency and to be able to work on public goods. And one of the things that I'm super passionate about with the Celo Hackathon is just seeing all of the mobile devices and mobile apps like that have come out of the hackathon. But unfortunately, I did not get a chance to play with any of them during the hackathon. But it's really cool to see the winners.
Yeah. Well, with that, I just want to thank you, Kevin, for showing up. And you're always a big fan of and big supporter of social good projects, as well as just accessibility projects. I know you've helped me out quite a bit over the years and invited me to all sorts of events. And yeah, thanks for making Bitcoin, man. It's been a heck of a time. With that, I'm going to hand it back over to Jason to close us out and tell you a little bit about some developer programs.
Thanks so much for having me, Gerald. Celo, this was amazing. I hope to get to work with you all again.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin.
Congratulations to all the winners. We're really stoked to see you take your projects to market. As Gerald pulls up the deck, I want to talk to you about the other avenues that we have. Don't be disheartened if you didn't take home a prize today. Our judges from across the crypto ecosystem definitely had a hard time picking winners. Much like a seed sown, we want to support all the projects that help nurture Celo's mission in the ecosystem. In order to do this, we have a rich array of builder programs that seek to support projects building on Celo, regardless of how early or how mature your idea may be. In case you'd like support as you build on Celo, we have a variety of builder programs that support you all year round. In order to foster early innovation, we have a series of hackathons lined up, so stay tuned. Additionally, our remote blockchain accelerator that Morgan flagged yesterday, Celo Camp, comes with an incredible panel of mentorship and guidance from all across crypto. You may want to sign up for an upcoming cohort of that at celocamp.com. We also have a series of grants that we roll out for teams looking to enable a more vibrant Celo ecosystem by means of tooling and infrastructure for Celo. More info on that to come as we roll out the new request for proposals soon. For startups at a later stage, building on Celo, looking to raise additional amounts of funding, we have the Ecosystem Fund as well as the Celo Community Fund, among others that may be of significant interest to you. If you're interested in any of the builder programs that we're working on, feel free to reach out to us at builders@celo.org. I had a wonderful time presenting to you all the Builder initiatives that we've taken on this year, alongside Jarrell and Kevin, the founder of Gitcoin.